I grabbed bussers. I grabbed a food runner. I grabbed a dishwasher who absolutely should not have been anywhere near the dining room but was an enthusiastic volunteer when I explained the situation in about 45 seconds flat. I told them just enough. Trainer from another location. Spent the whole night tearing apart a new server on his first solo shift. Wants a birthday song. We're going to give her a birthday song. Every single one of them was in. I went back to Danny and told him we were ready. I watched his face do something complicated: relief, confusion, exhaustion, and something that was maybe the first hint of something better coming. I told him to lead us out. And then we descended on that table. The group looked up when we started coming out with the cakes, one in front of every seat, just like she'd asked, and the leader had this expression on her face that I can only describe as smug satisfaction. Like she had worked for this and earned it and was now going to enjoy it. Her friends were all smiles. We lined up around that corner table, and this matters, the corner matters, every single one of us shoulder to shoulder, more staff than they had probably ever seen assembled for a birthday song, grins on every single face. And then we sang. We did not sing nicely. We did not sing at a normal indoor restaurant volume. We sang that birthday song at a level that I'm honestly not sure was legal in terms of noise ordinances. We sang it loud enough that the corner bounced it back at them. This restaurant had hard walls and a lowish ceiling in that section, and the acoustics were not our problem. We sang it long. Our restaurant's version had extra verses, and we did every single one of them, at full volume, for the entire duration. Their smiles were gone within the first 2 seconds. Hands went to ears. People physically flinched. The leader's self-satisfied expression collapsed like a building with the foundation pulled out, and what replaced it was something between shock and genuine discomfort, because that song hurt. I know, because it hurt my ears too, and I was the one singing it, and honestly I would do it again without hesitation. We stood there, all of us absolutely beaming, screaming a birthday song at 6 people in a corner until the last note died out. Then we smiled, said happy birthday, and walked away. But here's the part that I think about most. While we were out there destroying eardrums, my manager was in the office on the phone. First, he called the manager at her home location. Shared what had happened. Employee number, behavior, the whole thing. By the time the cakes were done and the song was over and the table was gathering their things with ringing ears and very different energy than they'd walked in with by the time the leader came up to the host stand ready to argue about her discounts, my manager was waiting for her. With a phone. He handed it to her. Told her someone wanted to speak with her. And I watched from nearby as her face changed. As whatever argument she'd prepared dissolved. As she started crying, started making excuses, started explaining herself to whoever was on the other end of that line. I couldn't hear the exact words. The general manager of the company was apparently the one who had been looped in, the person one step below the owner, but I could see her face and I could see that it wasn't going well. She didn't get the stacked discounts. She didn't get any discount. She paid full price for that meal. And if I had to guess, based on the look on my manager's face, and the way he spoke about how we represented each other in this industry, and the quiet absolute certainty in his voice when he told me he had phone calls to make, I would guess that she did not clock in at her home location the next day. I can't prove that part. I'm not psychic. Maybe she kept her job. Maybe she cried and apologized and convinced someone to keep her on. Anything is possible. But I know what she did to Danny. I know how I described it to my boss. I know the look on his face when I did. And I know how that phone conversation ended, not with a goodbye, but with her standing at the host stand, tears on her face, realizing that the restaurant industry is smaller than you think, that managers talk, and that word of mouth works both ways. She wanted a birthday song. We gave her one she'll never forget.